So, hi there everybody, it's great to be with you all again. As you will see, the next stream is on Thursday, which will be the 4th of January at 3:45. So, Yuri, what I was saying, present perfect is unfinished time. If it's clearly unfinished time, use the present perfect. But present perfect has a secondary use, and the secondary use is something from the past that is important now. With that, you can use past simple or present perfect as long as there isn't a word that says yesterday. So, for example, I have lost my wallet, meaning I don't have any money. I could say I have lost my wallet. I could say I lost my wallet. Both. But if we add the word yesterday, then it's got to be I lost my wallet yesterday. And that's the point. With unfinished time, when it's clearly unfinished time, you always use the present perfect. But the something from the past relevant now is something that can be used in both ways. So, I need to say hello to everybody. Hi Sveta, lovely to see you again. Hi Adam, hi Bogdan, hi Susanta, good. Hi Lucky, hi to Susanta and Oksana, and to Vitali, hi to Lucky, hi to Yuri, and hi to Renyard, and I think that's probably, and hi to Patricia as well. Can't forget Patricia. Okay, so thank you. Great to have you all. So let's get down to work. Hi Soroya, lovely to have you. Okay, this is, and White Stripes, welcome White Stripes, and Sharon as well. Okay, this is an article about a radio program by Orson Welles in the late 30s, which was an update of War of the Worlds, and lots of people thought that it was real, and that's the point about it. This is some an apocryphal story, if you like, that people started to think it was real, and they ran away in panic and all sorts of other things. An apocryphal story. Yes, okay. I've seen wolves. They can appear in the forest again. So, Wells was only 23 years old at the time, and regarded by many as a prodigy, virtuoso, mastermind, paragon. This was his most ambitious project yet, an update of the War of the Worlds, a science fiction thriller by H.G. Wells, published in 1818. War of the Worlds, I love it. Okay, let's see, White Stripes. I prefer, I think, perhaps George Orwell's books. I think 1984 is my favourite. So we've got Mastermind from Vitali. We've got Prodigy from Renyard. We've got Paragon from Bogdan. Wow. We've got Prodigy from Adam. Oksana says a mastermind. A prodigy if he were a child. Right. Soroya says prodigy as a child prodigy. And Sveta goes for prodigy. Let's see. I love Roald Dahl as well. He's brilliant. Particularly My Uncle Oswald. A paragon for Sharon. And Manisco goes prodigy. This is brilliant. I love it. This is a great start. Okay, let's see. A virtuoso is normally for a musical instrument. A whiz kid definitely. White stripes goes for prodigy. Okay, virtuoso is normally for music. A virtuoso on the violin. A paragon. A paragon is a perfect example. Hi Ronan, lovely to see you. Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year to everyone. So a paragon is somebody who follows all of the things, who is a perfect example of somebody who does everything right. A paragon of virtue. Yeah, paragon's not right. Now, normally for me, this word mastermind wunderkind. I think you probably could, Renyard. A mastermind is normally for me somebody who is the boss of a criminal gang. He's the mastermind behind this. It doesn't have to be a criminal, but normally the mastermind behind something, the mastermind behind an evil plan. Now, Mr. Smarty Pants, I love it, Smart Alec. Now, I really loved Vitali's comment that. Oh no, it was Oksana's comment. Yes, yeah, a mastermind, a prodigy if he were a child. He's 23 years old, which makes him very, very, very young for something like this, and therefore prodigy. He's definitely a prodigy. Normally directors are old, are 40 years old or more, but 23? And that's why the word prodigy, yeah? Okay, the mastermind behind something. Prodigal son from Luke. A virtuoso. A virtuoso with his violin. A virtuoso. You're all virtuosos at English. Hi, Patricia. So. His plan was to bring Wells's story alive. His plan was to bring Wells' story, and I'm looking at this word Wells because this is Orson Welles bringing H.G. Wells' story, life, live, alive, lively, by setting it in the modern day, creating a sense of urgency and fear. Okay, so this one's reasonably easy. Okay, his plan was to bring verb Wells's story, then it's got to be an adverb. Bring to life. Good, Bogdan. Oh, you're fine, P. We're only just there. So to bring to life. To bring live. No, live is an adjective, Oksana. Yeah? It needs to be the adverb. Yeah, it needs to be the adverb for this. Lively is also an adjective, but alive is an adverb. Yeah, so we've got alive for Susanna, for Patricia. We've got alive for Adam and Sharon. To bring, not into action, to bring to life, to give life to make it lively. So alive for Sveta and Bogdan, and alive for Lucky and Vitali and Soroya, and for Renyard. Okay, so to bring it alive. Yeah, alive is the adverb. Yeah, life is a noun. Live or live could be a verb, live, live, an adjective, a live performance. Alive is the adverb, and lively is another adjective as well. To bring... okay, Oksana, I understand what you're saying. To bring it live to the audience. I want to bring this program live to the audience. I understand what you're saying. Yes. Yes. It's all right, P. To bring it home, to make it effective. So, let's continue. He changed the location from England. Alive for Dewash. Yes. Great to have you. Wow. And let me just paste the second part and copy and paste plain text. Okay. It's a passive Soroya is damaged. It's a passive. It's a present passive. The tense Soroya. He changed the location from England to New Jersey and had the story rewritten as a series of realistic news bulletins reporting an unstoppable alien invasion from Mars in what sounded like real time. So slurring, furring, smearing, blurring the lines between reality and fiction. Bring it home means to explain. Yes, I agree with you, Renya. To bring home means to explain, whereas to bring it alive is to make it more realistic. Definitely. To bring it about. No. To make it more interesting, to make it more lively. So we've got blurring from everybody, I think, from Vitali, from Bogdan, from Oksana, from Sharon, from Lucky, from Sveta and Adam. And blurring from Renyard, blurring. Okay, there's between reality and fiction. Yeah, and that's the point, Yuri. Blurring. Okay, if something is blurred, you can't see it properly. If I take off my glasses, then everything is blurred. Slurring is your voice. You drink through alcohol and your voice slurs. To slur is where you don't talk properly, or to slur is to insult someone as well. Furring is to where fur appears on the inside of something. Very often from is a white. My tongue was all furry. To smear is you smear grease, you extend, you spread something. But blurring is where you can't see properly. Okay, to blur, everything's a blur. Let's continue. Estompe, yes, Patricia. We did that all very carefully and exactly repeated, redid, forged, reproduced what would have happened, thinking to make the whole thing more effective, but we had no idea how effective it would be, he said in a 1955 episode of a BBC series called Orson Welles' Sketchbook. So, okay. So to repeat is to do something again. A lovely impressionist view. Yes, it can. And redid is to do again. To forge is to make a copy of something that's not the original. You forge a picture, or you forge money, or you forge a banknote. Whereas to reproduce is to make something again. To make something that looks similar in the same way. Orson Welles is a director. Orson Welles is an American director from the 1940s, 1950s. Citizen Kane, for example. Okay. So we've got reproduced for Vitaly, reproduced for Oksana, reproduced for Bogdan, reproduced for White Stripes, reproduced for Renyard, reproduced for Soraya and Adam and Sharon, reproduced for Patricia. Forged means counterfeit. Yes, Diwash, exactly. Reproduced for Sveta. Okay, so to repeat is to do again. Redid, repeat is the same. Forged is counterfeit, and to reproduce is to make something that looks similar. But is not meant to trick. So they reproduced what would have happened. Circumstances provided the perfect backdrop, locale, location, scenery, sphere for the production. So circumstances provided the perfect situation for the product. When you don't wear your glasses, the effect is better than when I wear them. Yeah, but me too, because then the real world doesn't look as bad as it really is, Patricia. Okay. So, Anglosphere, I love it. So, in this case, circumstances provided the perfect, well, a locale with an E, this one here, this is a shop or a venue or a place to do something. Normally a locale is a shop or a theatre or a concert hall or something like that. Location is a place. Circumstances provided the perfect scenery. The scenery is, well, in the theatre, it's the things that show you where you are. I think circumstances provided the perfect scene, perhaps. The perfect sphere, no. The perfect background. Background is another word. It provided the perfect background for the production. Background would mean slightly different. Backdrop. Yeah? A locale is a wine shop, for example, Susanta. So the perfect backdrop, the political or the events that were happening, things that were happening in America were the perfect piece of backdrop. Okay, it's definitely the backdrop. So let's see, we've got backdrop for Vitaly and for Oksana, backdrop for Bogdan and Sharon and Adam, backdrop for Soroya. The Anglosphere is not going to work. So scenery is what you see, either what you see in the theatre is the scene itself, or the beautiful things around you. The scenery in the mountains is beautiful. The backdrop for Patricia, and who else went for backdrop? Okay, backdrop for E3, yes. No imperfections, exactly. It looks wonderful, B. Sphere, the perfect sphere. No. A sphere would be like a group of people. Sveta. Okay, scenery is a synonym for landscape, but also the scenery in the theatre. Yeah, the scenery would be the chairs and the table and the backdrop. Backdrop, setup. That's a good word, Yuri. They're the same, Soroya. Has been damaged, is damaged. They're the same, Soroya. The backdrop, Slipknot. Good to have you. The setting, a perfect setting. I like that word, setting. Thank you, Patricia. Yes, it would sound really good, Bogdan and Patricia. Backdrop or scenery? No, it's backdrop. It's definitely the backdrop. Because the scenery in this case is the scenery is not important. The mise en scène. I love mise en scène. It's a good word. Or setting, backdrop, ambience, atmosphere. Yes, those are good words, Diwash. I like ambience and atmosphere. Okay, let's go for the next one. Configuration. Configuration doesn't work, MJZ. The perfect configuration of society. I would probably say the perfect societal configuration. But it needs more than just configuration on its own. Yeah. Okay, backdraft. I love. It's great to have you, Sleep Not. Great to have you. Wow, Leffy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're an angel. Thank you, Leffy. Radio by this time was rapidly replacing, exchanging, switching, swapping newspapers as the place where most Americans found out about the daily news. Thank you, Leffy. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so we've got is damaged is present simple passive, is present perfect passive. Yes, is damaged, has been damaged. Okay. So Diwash goes for swapping or replacing. Is left or right? I have a feeling he's in his van delivering and listening at the same time. Okay, so yeah, I bet Leffy's had to go back to work today. I hope Robin had a good Christmas, Leffy. Okay, so let's see. We've got replacing for Oksana, for White Stripes, for Bogdan. We've got replacing for Soroya and Sharon. Okay, swapping newspapers is I give you your newspaper and you give me yours. So no, I swap A for B. Vitali goes for replacing, so does MJZ. Susanta, swap, give and take, good. Rainyard, replacing. Adam says replacing. Yo, Leffy! Making newspapers become obsolete. Yes, it was, definitely. Switch, to turn on. To exchange, give and take, so it's... but switching... You need to say we're switching places with. To switch places with. Replacing for Patricia. Great, Leffy. You deserve a couple of sick days, mate. Okay, replacing for Slipknot. Replacing for Sveta. Easing out. That's a really good word, Yuri. No, let's swap our phone numbers. Yes. So... Radio, by this time, was rapidly replacing newspapers. Yes, definitely. Was exchanging places with newspapers. Was switching positions. Was swapping positions. Yeah? Because to replace is to take the place of, whereas to exchange, to switch, and to swap, I give you yours, you give me mine. Superseding, supplanting, overtaking. Good words for by Vitali and Soroya. Okay, that's a good way, Patricia. Yeah. So let's continue. And whoop. I'm sorry about that one. So, happy New Year to all of you. Okay, here we go. There was also a general feeling of anxiety about another conflict in Europe, as the events that walked, caused, turned, preceded, drove the world towards World War II accelerated. US audiences were becoming increasingly familiar with major news events interrupting scheduled radio programs. Supplanted, yes. It was supplanting for the previous one, very definitely. So, as events walked, caused, turned, preceded, drove the world towards World War II. So, yeah, happy 2024 to all of you. Okay, so MJZ starts with caused the world to move towards. Yeah, that caused World War II, but the world towards is your problem, MJZ. We've got drove for Vitali, we've got drove for Oksana and Bogdan and Sharon and Renyard. We've got drove for Slipknot and Adam and Soroya. Turned the world towards. It could be, but I think drove is a much better one. So, hi Abduraxim. Great to have you, Abduraxim. That caused the world towards, no. Because it moved the world towards, yes, but caused the world towards. This towards, no. Yeah? That preceded the world. That pushed the world towards. That channeled the world towards. Yes, Adam. Tilted the world towards. Good Vitali. Yes. Okay, caused the world to accelerate. Yeah. Drove is like a driver, it's pushing, that's the idea. Sveta goes for drove as well. Led, says Bogdan, which works very nicely. Yeah, towards. Skewed the world towards. With the events that skewed. Okay, yes, I think skewed probably does work, Oksana. Tilted the world towards, yes. That took the world towards, yes, Diwash. Martini Blanco champagne, red wine, red champagne again, and dessert laced with rum. I love it. Sparked the world towards, but no, Susanta. That sparked World War II. That thrust the world into. Thrust is a good word. That drove the world towards. Drove for Patricia, definitely. Okay, let's try the next one as well. So here we go. Paste as text. Egg the world on towards. Yes, I think egg the world on towards would work. Yuri. It's got movement. Well done, Yuri. At 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the broadcast began with Wells himself introducing the drama and illuminating, illustrating, spelling, clarifying that it was a work of fiction. Okay, so he introduces the drama and he tells everyone it's a work of fiction. Luggard. You almost had a hangover. Wow. Okay. Explaining that it was a work of fiction. Yes, Bogdan. I think you're probably trying to say lugged, Susanta. That lugged the world towards it. It might work. Okay, so to illustrate means to show. If something illustrates, something is like a picture that shows, highlighting, illuminating or clarifying. Hi Tim. Illuminating that it was. Illuminating is where you put spotlighting. Let's see, I like this word highlighting that Oksana used. Demonstrating, no. Goaded the world into, goaded his word. Spelling out to everyone that. No, they're clarifying it. He's making it clear. To clarify is to make it clear to everyone. Yeah? So that there should be no misunderstanding. I meant moved with difficulty. Yes, Susanta. Showcasing. No, not really, because showcasing is you're showing people your best work. Yeah? You're showing that something that you've made is very good. Let's see, something that illuminates you, helps you understand the reality when you don't know about it. A demonstration illustrates something. You spell out, make clear, clarify. So spelling out would work as well. But it's clarifying, specifying that it was a work of fiction. Specifying is a good word as well. Let's try the next one. Thrust into. Yes, Susanta, for the previous one. Okay, so let's try this next one. But listeners who tuned in late missed his disclaimer, while some who heard it didn't really record, enter, register, index, inscribe what he was saying, or simply forgot it as the drama progressed. So, while some who heard it didn't really record, enter, register, index, inscribe what he was saying. Comprehend. Yes, I guess comprehend would be a good word. So let's see. Soraya's got record. If you record is you're taking a note of something, yeah. Drawing attention to, not quite. So let's see. We've got register for Oksana, for Bogdan, register for Leffy, register for Vitali, register for Sharon and Adam. At the end of each, just to be on the safe side, yes. Pay attention to what he was saying. Pay attention is a good word. Didn't get. Get works very nicely, Leffy. Yeah? They just didn't get it. It didn't enter their head. Yeah? So they didn't register. They didn't notice. It's not something that clicked in their mind. Yeah? They didn't get the idea. Okay? That's it. Abduraksim. It didn't register. Yes, Renyard. So if something doesn't register, you say something to somebody, but it doesn't register. They don't get it. They don't understand. They didn't take notice of what he was saying. That's the point, Oksana. That's really it. They didn't really catch what he was saying. So I think yes, Soroya, although catch gives the idea of they didn't understand it. And they probably did understand it, but it just didn't go into their minds. It didn't. They didn't say, "Ah, no." Latch onto. Latch onto is a good word, Renyard. Get their head around it. To pay heed to something. Yes, Adam. They didn't pay heed. He said it, but they didn't pay heed. It just didn't. It didn't register in their heads. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you all for coming. Happy New Year to everyone. It's been great having you all. So let's see. Next stream is on Thursday, which is the 4th of January at 3:45 p.m. UK time. Inscribe in your memory. That's the idea. It didn't sink in. Good Renyard and good Sveta. Yeah, they didn't get their head around it. Yes, Susanta. Inscribe in your memory. Yes, I like that. It didn't sink into their minds. To illustrate is where you give a picture to show something. To illuminate is to add extra light to. So illuminate has the idea of to focus on. This meaning of register is well known, MJZ. So to focus on is the illuminate, whereas illustrate is something that demonstrates, that shows, like a diagram illustrates what happens, or a short film clip can illustrate what happens. Whereas to illuminate, you make something brighter so it's clearer and easier to see. The score for Renyard, 1 second, for Ronan. The score is... bear with me a second. Here it comes. 183.46. So the score is 180.346. Let me put this back here. Okay, so the meaning of register is well known. It has been fun. Good, Yuri. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, all of you. It's been so nice. It's been really nice to have you. No, this meaning is very well known, MJZ. Something registers. It just didn't register. You have to say it 1,000 times before it registers. I only know register. Enroll, sign up. No, this is quite common as well. We're on the way. Yes, we are. So, Happy New Year to all of you. It's been great having you. Thank you, Ronan. Thank you, Oksana. Thank you, Yuri. Thank you, Sveta. It's good to see you again, Sveta. Thank you, MJZ. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Renyard. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Soroya. Thank you, Susanta. Thank you, Manisco. Thank you, MJZ. Thank you, Oksana and Bogdan and Susanta. Thank you, Ronan. Thank you, Tim Kirchhoffs. Great to have you, Tim. Thank you. Thank you to Williams Doncor. And thank you to Sveta, and thank you to Sharon as well. Thank you to Renyard, and to Patricia, and to Abduraksim, and to Leffy. Oh yes, a special thank you to Leffy for the donation as well. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Vitali. And who else? Thank you, Susanta, and thank you to anyone else I've met. That's correct, MJZ. He registered in my mind. Something registered, something clicked. Ah, that's to register. Indeed, it's been. I think, Yuri, you're going to get this. This has been. Keep working at it. You're going with Occam's razor. They didn't realise it. The simplest example. Occam's razor is a good way to do things, Vitali. It's been or it has been. Both, Yuri. So, take care. There's normally a button somewhere with a with a money sign, not probably in the plus. Okay, so thank you anyway. Yeah, there's a dollar bill. Click on that. So thank you all for coming. It's been great having you. Take care.